All right, so it seems that most of you are here already. So let's start now our introduction to this laboratory. All right, so can you guys see my screen now?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, so
Yes.
this is what we're going to use for the entire midterms and finals. Okay, so all right, to begin with, once you installed the LTspice and then upon opening it, you will see this one. Okay, so while I'm doing this one, I hope that you can also do that one to your own application or to your own desktop, so you can explore it at the same time. Okay, so of course the very first thing that you need to know is the file. Okay, and here we're going to create a new schematic. Okay, so just click file and then new schematic or control N. Okay, so it will lead you to this blank schematic. So do you guys have the same output? Were all of you able to install it? Or is there still someone who wasn't able to install it to his or her laptop or desktop? Na-install niyo lahat? Sumasabay ba kayo?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
So, pwede nyong palitan yung color preference nyo. Sa akin kasi pure white na. Okay. So, you can change it here in tools and then color preferences. So, just click that one. And then it will lead you to this one, color palette editor. So, in my case, I just change the background, okay, into pure white. So initially, baka ganito yung sa inyo, nasa gitna lahat. I think it's light brown. Not sure. Yeah, so you can actually explore whatever is your preference of your background color. So in my case, just made it pure white. So sagad nyo lang lahat. Sagad yung 255 sa red, 255 sa green, and then 255 sa blue. Okay? And then other people also like to change the color of their wires. So you can also do that one. So by default, the color of our wire is blue. And some change it to red, change it to violet or yellow or green. But in my case, I'll just use the default one, okay, just to avoid confusion. Kasi pag sa tutorial, lalo na sa mga YouTube, hindi naman nila pinapalitan. Pero yung iba pinapalitan nila. Well, you can change it if you want, no problem. But in my case, I'll just use the default one. So default. Okay, and then click apply. Oops, background. Yeah, apply and then okay. Phone pa lang, sir. Alright, so okay lang yan. Kahit naman, kahit di mo naman magawa ngayon, Mr. Gulaydan, okay lang. Kasi recorded naman to, then pwede mo nang panoorin ulit. Or meron din namang mga ibang tutorials sa YouTube wherein, abutin ka lang ng 8 minutes to 10 minutes. Mas mabilis pa doon. Okay. Actually, inuulit ko lang in a form of or in a way of teaching it to Tagalog instead of English. Alright, so once you're done in choosing the color preference, actually hindi naman Tagalog, Taglish. Okay. Pagtapos na kayo dito sa background, let's say kung ano man yung napili yung kulay. So, yan na yun. Okay na yan. And then, the next thing that you need to know is itong mga icons na to. Okay, so ano ba tong mga icons na to? So, we have here a new schematic kung gusto mong gumawa ulit ng new schematic. So, as you can see, ito na yung blank schematic natin. Pag clinic nyo to ulit, gagawa ulit siya ng second new schematic. So, papansin niyo dalawa na yung tab ko. Ito yung kanina, which is the draft 5. So, sa inyo siguro kapag freshly installed pa lang, okay, it will say here draft 1. But in my case, I've already created a lot of projects. So, it says here draft 5 and then draft 6. Okay. And then the next one is open. Okay, so this one has the capability to open a created project. So as you can see right here, here are some of the projects that I have already created. So I have ACDC linear power supply, blah, 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 draft 1, draft 2, draft 3, draft 4, final exam, and so on and so forth. Okay. And then the next one is the save icon. Okay, let's say you have already put a lot of components in this schematic. Then if you want to save it, then you can click this one. Or yung shortcut naman lagi ng save is Control S. It's just the same with this one. Okay? And then control panel. So for some reason, hindi ko pa nagagamit to. Okay. Pero soon siguro para sa mga expert. Okay. But just in case, like, sobrang expert mo na. Okay. Ako hindi ako expert. And nasa beginner pa lang din ako. So, baka magamit nyo rin itong mga to. Okay, may hacks pa. Okay, nakaka-intriga. Operation, internet, waveforms, and so on and so forth. Okay, and then the next one is the most important part of this project. So, paano mo papatakbuhin yung, let's say, mga circuit na nilagay mo dito, paano mo sa simulate. So, dito lang, click nyo lang yung run. Okay, run. So, initially, kapag wala pa kayong nalalagay, i-lead niya kayo sa dito sa edit simulation command. Okay. Or pwede nyo puntahan yan mismo dito sa simulate. Okay, click this one, simulate, and then edit simulation command. Okay. So, as you can see right here, we have here the transient. So, ang pinapalitan lang mostly dito is yung stop time kung ilang oras mong gustong patakbuhin yung let's say yung schematic mo for 1 second, millisecond, etc. etc. And then ito yung configuration naman for AC analysis. Okay, so we have here the type of sweep. So meron tayong 4. So pwedeng octave, pwedeng decade, pwedeng linear, pwedeng dis. And then number of points. So depende kung ano yung preset na ilalagay mo dyan. Then kung ano yung start frequency, and then kung kailan siya mag-i-stop. And then for DC sweep, ito naman. And then for noise, ito rin. And then for DC transfer, ito. And then DC off point, ito. So mostly for this subject, electronics, dito lang yung focus natin, AC analysis. Kasi sa diodes, sa half-wave rectifier, let's say, and then sa full-wave rectifier, mostly lahat naman na yun is AC analysis na. So, ito yung isa-set nyo sa voltage source nyo, and then kukunin natin yung DC output. Okay. Alright. So, after this is we have a zoom. Actually, meron tayong halt dito. Kung let's say running yung program nyo, gusto nyo i-stop, click nyo lang tong halt. Or yan, para i-pause or para i-stop yung simulation. And then we have a zoom. Let's say gusto mo pang lumapit sa kanya yun, pwede naman. Ito, click mo lang yung zoom. And then zoom back or zoom minus sign. Pag gusto mo mag-zoom out. And then zoom full extent. Ito naman yung let's say sobrang dami mo ng component. Kapag clinic mo to, bibigyan ka niya ng bird's eye view sa lahat ng component mo. So kung dito lang yung component mo, dito lang yun mag-zoom. Kapag kalat-kalat yung component mo, then i-zoom out niya ng buong-buo. Okay, para kita mo lahat ng components mo. So effective to kapag kalat-kalat yung components mo. Pero kung hindi naman, nasa isang part lang. So kitang-kita mo na kagad and no need. Okay? And then this one is style windows. So representation lang to na pwede mong hatiin yung screen mo. So pag clinic mo to, yan, dalawa na yung schematic mo. So yung kanina, yung draft 5, and then yung bagong created ko na draft 6. So let's say, may ginagawa ka dito, and then may ginagawa ka rin dito. So pwedeng dito yung parang trial and error mo, and then dito yung final na mga outputs or value. Or may kino-compare ka, pwede naman. Okay. So mostly dalawa lang yan. Yung iba, 3. Okay, ganyan. Draft 5, so kung mag-create pa tayo ng isa, ganyan, 3. Pero medyo mahirap nang i-monitor ito. Pero pwede pa rin naman. So ayusin nyo lang. Ayan, ganyan. Mostly ganyan yung design. There you go. So meron ka ng 3 schematic at the same time. Pero kahit isa lang, okay na rin naman na yun. So close ko lang yon, maximize ko lang. Okay? So meron tayong cascade windows para i-open lahat, and then close all naman para sa isa. Sasarado mo lang lahat ng mga tabs. Okay? And then next one is cut. So meron kang component. So let's say resistor. Okay? And then gusto mong i-cut, F5 yung shortcut niya. Okay? So F5, click mo lang yan, and then i-delete niya na yun. So this one is cut or delete or remove. Okay? And then the next one is copy. So copy is F6. Okay, so marami tayong shortcuts. Mostly ang shortcuts ng LTspice is from F1 to F9. Okay? So for copy, ito yung magpapakitang icon. Okay, so meron siyang parang sheet na black and then blue. Okay, so click mo na yung component, and then magka-copy na yan ng component. Okay, so again, the shortcut button for copy is F6. For cut is F5. Okay? And then, let's say, nakakopy ka, ayan, paste mo lang. Actually, hindi mo papakita. Pero ito, kung sakali man, paste. Alright, and then search. So, kung sakali may hinahanap kang components, let's say, sobrang dami ng mga labels, so pwede mong i-search. Okay. And then, meron tayong print setup for the basic configuration for printer. Okay, kung portrait, landscape, kung piprint nyo ba siya to PDF or to etc. etc. Okay? And then yung size, A3, A4 letter, and so on and so forth. And then, kapag naset mo na yon, pwede mo na siyang i-print. Okay? As long as connected yung PC mo sa printer. Okay? Next one is the wire. So, ito yung isa sa mga pinaka-importante din, of course. After mo maglagay ng components, of course, kailangan mo silang i-connect. So, kailanganin mo ng wire. So, the shortcut for the wire is F2. Hindi pala, hindi. F2 ba? F3? F3 pala, sorry. F3. Ayan. So, magpapakita parang ganyan. Meron tayong cross. Okay, so click nyo lang sa node. Let's say I want to connect R1 to R2. Ayan. So, naka-series na yung R1 sa R2. Alright, and then the next one after the wire is the ground. So, ang shortcut naman ng ground is letter G. Okay, so, pwede mong i-click to mismo. Okay, or pwedeng letter G mismo. So, same lang yan. Okay. So, delete ko lang to. Remove ko lang to. There you go. Okay, and then the next one is label net. So, label net is a way wherein, yun nga, maglalagay ka ng label para, oops, Mr. Pacific is enrolled in the subject, so we have to talk in English. So, sorry for that one, Mr. Tuagire. So, I thought all of the students who are enrolled in this subject are Filipino. All right, anyway,
Okay.
were you able to understand by far?
You can continue. It's okay. We catch up.
What? It's okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, all right. So for label net, okay, this is a way wherein you can label a wire or a path or a node. Okay, so let's say you have already a lot of components, and then you have already put a lot of namings in that one. So this one is very helpful. So let's say you want to put here an output. So just choose the port type to output. Okay, and then you can, put any name. So V out or voltage output. So actually, basically, any name will work. Okay, that's up to you. So in my case, I'll just name it V out. Okay, and then let's say I want to measure the voltage output on this node before passing this second resistor. So I'll just connect this one here. Okay, so as simple as that. Okay, and then the next one is resistor. So the shortcut button for resistor is letter R. Okay, just click the letter R, and then you will see this one, or this will pop out. So yeah, okay, so I'll just put it right here for now. And then the next one is capacitor. Okay, so the shortcut button for this one is letter C. Okay, so very straightforward. Resistor R, capacitor is letter C. Okay, so I'll just put it right here. And then the next one is inductor. Okay, so for inductor, it's not letter I. Okay, it's letter L. Okay, so R, resistor is R, capacitor is C, but for inductor, it's letter L. Okay, and then the next one is diode. So diode is letter D. Yeah, diode is letter D. So there you go. Just click letter D for the diode. And then, let's say you cannot find the certain component that you're looking for. So here are where the other components is stored. So as you can see right here, we have here component. So just click that one, and then you will see a bunch of other components like comparators, DAC, digital, op amps, and so on and so forth. Okay. So the shortcut button for the component is F2. Just click F2 and then it will lead you to the component or selecting the components. All right. So next one is move. So the shortcut button for move is F7. Okay, so let's say you want to move this component, just click that one, then you can move it anywhere you want. Okay, and then the next one is drag. So let's say you want to move an entire circuit or the entire schematic, so you can choose drag instead of move. So this one can highlight the entire circuit or schematic. So in that case, you can move it anywhere you want. Okay, and then the next one is undo. Oops, the shortcut button for drag is F8. Okay, F7 for the move, and then F8 for the drag. And then the next one is undo. Okay, so let's say you want to undo a certain action that you did. So just click this one. Or you can click the F9. Okay, so this one is the undo. As you can see, it goes back to here, and then from the nothing or no diode before. So if you want to redo it, just click redo or F10. It's not F10. I forgot. Anyway, so if you want to redo it, just click this one. I think there's another button for redo. Just forgot it. Yeah, I don't know. But for undo, it's F9. Okay. And then what else? All right. So one more thing that is also very important is how to rotate a certain component. So the first thing that you need to do is click that one or move that one. So move it. So while it's being moved, so you can rotate it. Okay, by clicking the Control and then R of your keyboard. So Control and then R. Control R. Control R. So it is rotating clockwise. Okay. So yeah. All right. What else? And then this one is for text. Let's say you want to put some comments. Say right here. This is comment. Okay, so make sure that it's in comment button or in comment please. Shift F9 reducer. Oh, thank you very much for that one, Mr. Alan J. Salvalion. So from Mr. Salvalion says that Shift F9 for redu. It's quite far. Anyway, I think it's easier to click this one than Shift F9. You need two hands to do that one. Anyway, so additional knowledge. So F9 for the undo, and then Shift F9 for redo. So thank you very much, Mr. Salvalion. I think it's Salvalion. Yeah, Salvalion. Okay, thank you, thank you. All right. So next one is the Spice Directive. So as you can see right here, any of those two, it will lead you to the same tools. So you can choose comment or Spice Directive. Okay, but if it's comment, just highlight the comment. If it's Spice Directive, then just highlight the Spice Directive. So Spice Directive is a function or a feature of LTspice. Let's say you need a new components or a new data sheet. So this is where you will uh, uh, call that one import. Okay, this is where you will import that certain data sheet or certain component. Okay. All right. So what else we need to discuss for the basics? All right. So let me just create a simple schematic. Hmm. One more thing. So the voltage or the voltage source can be found inside the component. Okay, so right here. So just click F2 and then you can type here voltage. Okay, so just click that one and then click OK. All right, and then let's say we need a resistor, so just click R. There you go, a series connection of resistor. And then you want to connect those connection in series form, so just click F3 for the wire. So click, and then you can pass through it. So this is one good features of LTspice. So you don't need to click every node. So just pass through it and then it will automatically connect our wire. Okay. And then in labeling, inputting a value of our voltage, just right click this one. Okay. So this is the name of this voltage source, V1. This is the value, okay, of the voltage source. So just right click the V itself, okay, and then say 10 volts. So you don't need to put the units anymore, okay, just put 10. It's already considered 10 volts. And then for the resistor, of course, again, this is the name or the title of this resistor. And then the other one is the where you're going to put the value of the resistor. Okay, so right click that one and then say 150 ohms. And then let's say for R2, say 10K or 10 kilo ohms. So if you want to put 10,000, so you can just put K. This is considered as 10,000 also. So 10K, 10 kilo ohms. And then for millions, okay, so let's see 1 million, it's capital letter M. So this one is 1 million ohms. Oops, why is it become small? Anyway, this one is 1 million. And then what else? 10 kilo ohms, mega ohms, milliohms. Yeah, I think those two units only. So let's say this is just 10 ohms. Okay, so there you go. And then of course in every circuit we'll be needing a ground. Okay, so just click letter G and then put it right here at the bottom and then disconnect. Okay, so let's say you want to check the current of this circuit, so just run it. So simulate and then edit simulation command, and then you can put here 5 seconds or 5 milliseconds. So any of those two will do. Okay, and then just click run. Right, so by clicking run, this simulation graph will show. So in measuring the voltage, just hover your cursor to the uh, line or to the wire. Okay, so this one is expected to have 10 volts or 9.99 volts. So there's already a voltage drop. It's already dropped anyway. Anyway, and then as it passed through the 150 ohms, okay, just double click right here and then it will also change the name of that one. So as you can see right here, this one is VN001. The next one is VN002 or the second connection. So this one is 1.843 volts. How about right here? And VN003. So this one is already, why is it 0.0 millivolts? Ah, let me see this here. Yeah, it's 0. So we're going to check VIR. Wait, let me just check the current. But this one should be 1 volts because the current here. So if you want to check the current, just click Alt. Okay, and then upon hovering that one here, it will show this icon. Okay, so just double click that one, and then as you can see, we have here 1 milliamps. Okay, so if you're going to do the Ohm's law, so 10K plus 150 is 10 point or 10,150. So V is equal to I times R. So I is 1 milliamps times the resistor upon this one in this series of those two, R1 and R2, is 10,150, which is, should be, where is my calculator? One times 10,100. 11 RBR. Wait, I think it's affecting this 1 million ohms. Let me just change the value of this one to 10 ohms. See? Still 0. But upon passing through here, it's negative 9.8 millivolts. This one is 0 millivolts. Current is 1 milliamps, 1 milliamps, 1 milliamps, 1 milliamps. Not pretty sure, but supposedly the voltage across here is 10.15 or negative 0.15. 9.9, 9.82, 0. Maybe there's something wrong with my circuit. Anyway, so that's how you measure the voltage across in this circuit. So for the first node, it's 9.990. For the second node, is 9.842. I'm not just sure if this is a bug, but the third one is 0 millivolts to this part. And then this one is negative 9.8. So same with this one. It's just that this is the positive polarity and then the negative polarity. All right. Let me just put a V out. Right, so run. It's not working. There you go. So I'm not sure. I just put a V out value here or a V out label. Then it is now working perfectly. So 9.90 volts, 9.843 volts, and then this part is 9.8 millivolts. How about this one? It's the same. And then negative 9.8. And then for the current is still 1 milliamps. All right, so it is now working perfectly. So I think you just need to put uh, a label here or a label net wherein you want to measure the voltage across here. All right, so far that's it for now. So I will just post I'll just publish the first laboratory. So your first laboratory will be about AC/DC. Okay, so we'll be having a separate discussion on that one next meeting. So for now, I would like you guys to explore this one and then know the things that you can do using the LTspice. All right. So do you guys have a question so far?
None, sir.
So for all right. So for your first laboratory, I will upload it later on because I haven't finished it yet. Okay. I will post the complete step by step on how to do or what are the things that you need to configure to do that one. Okay. So I will upload it later on. Okay, because I haven't finished it yet. All right. So for now, that's it. So we will meet again next meeting to discuss on how the AC DC work. So happy lunch to all of you. So to those who haven't installed the LTspice 17, install it now as soon as possible and then start exploring it. All right. All right. So goodbye and then see you next meeting.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.
Yes, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, boss.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
So happy lunch to all of you.
Bye, sir.
Goodbye.